we determined that the Sinaloa cartel was the biggest and most dominant cartel throughout New England. So just last week, we launched a Sinaloa crackdown operation targeting the entire drug supply network and the entire criminal network of the Sinaloa cartel worldwide, to include here in New England. Those results led to 171 arrests throughout New England, over 5 amphetamine and cocaine and fentanyl. And so that led to significant seizures and arrests throughout New England.
Of course, but last update. How big is this cartel?
So the Sinaloa cartel is one of the most dominant cartels in the entire world. They are in every U.S. state. They're throughout New England, in over 40 countries around the world. And from my time here at DEA, what we learned is that the Sinaloa cartel is the most dominant cartel throughout New England. They are supplying virtually all of the fentanyl that is leading to a lot of death and drug overdoses in New England. The Sinaloa cartel is responsible for those drugs. So knowing that, we launched this worldwide operation within New England. Going after the Sinaloa cartel meant going after the most dominant cartel in New England. So we seized over 500 pounds of drugs, to include fentanyl and methamphetamine, and arrested over 171 members of the Sinaloa cartel.
Where are they based? Because typically you think cartel, you think South America, Mexico.
Sure. So there's been a drug transformation. There's plant-based drugs, cocaine, heroin, marijuana. There's been a transformation to drugs going towards synthetic drugs, which means they're man-made drugs made from chemicals. So virtually all of the chemicals that are coming from China work their way into Mexico, to the Sinaloa cartel in Mexico, where they're mass producing fentanyl powder, counterfeit pills that look like legitimate pills, but they're actually laced with fentanyl and methamphetamine. And those are the drugs making their way into New England.
Of the 171, how many were based here?
Sure.
Or were they transient or?
Yeah. So at DEA, we go after drug trafficking organizations. We're not going after low-level retail distributors or users. We're going after high-level drug traffickers. So these people were members of this cartel and were responsible for selling and distributing this fentanyl throughout the United States and New England. Going after the money launderers, going after the drug, social media component is really important. Yeah. So the Sinaloa cartel, they are on social media. They are advertising and marketing fentanyl, these counterfeit pills containing fentanyl. They're always online, particularly targeting young people. And as our students, our young people are going back to school, it's really important to know that these fentanyl pills are online. Now we're seeing these fake pills that look like actual Adderall pills. I've been working at DEA for 20 years. I cannot tell the difference between a counterfeit M30, a counterfeit Adderall pill. I cannot tell the difference between a pharmaceutical grade pill and one that's made by the cartel. They're on social media. They're advertising, they're marketing these pills, these counterfeit pills, to young people that have no idea what they're taking. They're communicating on encrypted apps on their phone. They're paying for these drugs on their phone, and they're actually coordinating the delivery of those drugs from their phone. So young people are using their phones to purchase, to communicate, to pay for it, and to actually get delivery right to their front door of these pills that are supplied by the Sinaloa cartel. We've heard about the M30, these fake pills that contain fentanyl. It takes only 2 milligrams to kill somebody. We know at DEA that 5 out of every 10 pills that we seize have more than 2 milligrams, which will kill somebody. In this operation, we seized tens of thousands of fake pills throughout New England. That's a lot of lives saved. And what we're seeing now is Adderall pills. The cartels are making fake Adderall pills that look exactly like a pharmaceutical grade Adderall pill, but they're making it in Mexico. We seized them during this operation, and kids that are going back to school may be looking for an Adderall to help them study. And so they may turn online to purchase these pills. And what they're getting are fake Adderall pills that look exactly like a legitimate Adderall pill. I've been doing this job for 20 years. I can't tell the difference. A DEA chemist visually cannot tell the difference between a real one and a fake one. These pills are all over the internet, and I'm fearful as kids are going back to school, they may turn to these drugs. Their friends may turn to these drugs. So my message for your listeners and the students going back to school, do not take any pill that was not prescribed directly to you by your doctor.
So they're that brazen that they're just out there on social media. Hey, come buy our drugs. Like that blows
Yep.
me away.
And one thing that keeps me up at night is people, particularly young people, are going to go online thinking, oh, I want to get an Adderall, right? It'll help me focus, whatnot. And they turn online, or they turn to a friend that went online, and they got a fake pill because it looks exactly the same. And the cartels and other criminal individuals that are on the internet, they're not saying these are fentanyl pills or methamphetamine laced pills. They're saying, hey, if you need an Adderall, it's going to help you stay up, can help you focus. They'll sell it for a few bucks, and they're all fakes. They have methamphetamine in the case of Adderall, and on the M30s, they look exactly like a legitimate M30 pill that's an opioid. It looks exactly the same, and we can't tell the difference. And these are all over the internet. Kids are buying them online. They don't know they're getting fentanyl pills, but it looks like it, and they're dying. They're dying of a drug poisoning, of a drug overdose.
It seems kind of counterproductive from a seller consumer point of view, like killing off your customers kind of shrinks your customer base.
Right. It's collateral damage. So if a drug dealer, a cartel member kills somebody, it's collateral damage in their mind. They're all about making money. That's it. They want to make a buck. If they can trick somebody to take in fentanyl or meth, and they get another client, right? They get another customer. That customer will be addicted to these drugs, and they will come back for more and more. They'll raise the prices more and more and more. At some point, likely that person 1.8 milligrams, some have 2, some have 5. That 2 milligrams will kill the average human being. If you survive a drug overdose, you will likely go back for it because the addiction is so strong with fentanyl. And I might add this, that we're starting to see other drugs. We talk about fentanyl. Fentanyl is the most poisonous drug that I've seen in my career. We're starting to see all new types of drugs, synthetic, man-made drugs, if you will. Carfentanil, nitazines, even xylazine, these new drugs, again, all made from chemicals from China, making their way into Mexico. I worked in Mexico. I've seen these chemical shipments come into Mexico. They're mass produced, pumping out these fake pills, shipping them up to the United States.
Historically, how significant is this particular bust?
It's significant because of the people that we went after. We went after people that are associated, direct membership of the Sinaloa cartel. They are the dominant force here in New England. The drugs that are killing Americans in New England are from the Sinaloa cartel, by and large, in this area. So what we find are the drugs typically make their way into the Lawrence, Massachusetts area. It seems to be an epicenter of what we're seeing in New England, and then they go from there. We know this because that's what our DEA intelligence tells us. We're working with our partners, local, state, and federal law enforcement partners. And we have over 300 offices around the world in 69 foreign countries. We are globally connected with our foreign partners going after this global drug threat.
Last 2 questions, kind of back to back. Were all the arrests made here, or did you have to go elsewhere and go get some of these folks? And tell me as much as you can about the operation. Like, how were you able to center in and make the bust?
So we made 171 arrests in New England. We also made other arrests outside of New England. So we worked this entire global operation with DEA around the world. So there were other arrests that we worked here in New England that happened elsewhere. We did have the greatest number of arrests in New England as compared to other parts of the country. So we did really well in New England going after these people. And we're going to continue the fight. This is just one operation. It doesn't end here. We're going to continue. The Sinaloa cartel, while we cracked a dent in this, no doubt about it. We took some really bad people off the street, took a lot of their drugs, over 500 pounds. But we're going to keep our foot on the gas pedal, going after these people that are killing our people. And so this is an ongoing battle, if you will, with these cartels throughout New England.
Like I said, without tipping your card, how were you able to catch them?
So we work with all our partners, local, state, federal partners. We do very complex, long-term investigations. We are working these individuals. We know who they are. And if we didn't arrest them this time, they will be arrested because our intelligence network is vast. We work outside of New England. We're working inside of New England. So we're going to continue going after these people.